Okay. Everybody's here. Okay. Hey guys. It is September 30th, 2012. Matter of fact, today's my birthday. And I have been working I have been working in the shed today. I decided I may or may not, I'm not sure, keep the quails in here. I keep changing my mind about it. I still got a couple of cages on the bottom and a couple on top that I need to fill. And I figured if I'm going to keep them in here, I got to figure out a good watering system. And I don't know what I'm going to do. If I'm going to put in some 5-gallon buckets, which I ended up purchasing at Home Depot. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do with those in a minute. They're apples from my tree. Actually, I'll show you guys real quick. That apple tree right there in the yard. I had to be careful because no one knows I'm in here and I don't want them to open up the door, so I locked it, which I left the key on the outside. And two, as you can see on the ground, I have some button quails just running around just to get their little legs stretched and get them something fun to do. And I had the chickens out, but I decided to just close them in there for now. And the funny thing is, all my chickens, I have 10 in total with Gordy here, but he sleeps in the house. He might sleep in here tonight. Nah, never mind. But I have them on the bottom, and see, they still have a lot of room down there. And there's 9 of them. But they're not going to stay like that because Damien, Presley, Jasmine, Gabby, and Matilda go on top, while Tina, Janet, Blake, and Henny Penny stays on the bottom. But Gordy's going to be added to the bottom. And so it gives me an idea by looking at the bottom of the Serama coop, the pen, that if I fit 10 chickens down there, it's still kind of roomy. And if I put some perches up high, they'll be able to perch and stuff. The only thing is the amount of poop. So right now, I've had the pine shavings in this coop here. These are the same pine shavings I put when I first uploaded my first video. And the pine shavings in there is very dry. So the pine shavings have just absorbed the poop, broke it down, and so now I'm going to have to like scrape it out. It's been in there since, let's see, July, August. I guess August and September. So 2 months. And just so it doesn't get powdery, I'm going to go ahead and probably take it out. And this is new pine shavings on this side. And so that gives me an idea that this is a great idea. But the cages, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to definitely put a heater in here. I have some connections above. I didn't notice that these, I have a quail jumping. These are the wrong outlets. Look how you can't plug anything into that. So I'm going to have those changed. I didn't notice it until recently. And I have these things in the ceiling, which are great, but they're in the middle. And I kind of don't want them in the middle. I want them more on the edge here, so they'll drop straight down. I want the hooks there so I can go ahead and put my watering containers hung by chains low to the ground. Here's my Tibetans. Oh, there's a little button quail in there. And some potting soil mixed with oyster shell. There's some more in there. And a few more in there. So what I was, crush this. There's some apple. I'm going to give them to the chickens so they can eat. You just step on it and crush it. You stick it in here. And then they go at it. But, the button quail flying. They don't fly very well because my button quails are fat. And they're not used to flying. But, I'm going to try to think about keeping the heater in here that turns on and off. And putting in some cages in here. What I like about this is I can just take the quails out and clean their cage. So I'm going to be doing that today. And that's kind of nice. And in the winter, oh lordy, Presley's chasing after. think what I'm going to do, they're not used to being in the same coop. I'm going to come back to you guys. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to... They're in the wrong coop, of course, or the wrong pen. So these guys are supposed to be up here. But as soon as I opened up the coop, these guys all flew at me on my shoulder, and they actually wanted me to take them out of there. So I took them out, and I put them up here for now. I stepped on the apple, and they just go right at it and eat it. Looks like Jasmine there wants to lay an egg. But anyways, I put the bins in here, potting soil mix. It's just really dry, old potting soil. This is for them to pick through. There's some oyster shell in there, and that's what you see, all the little bits in there. And they can bathe in that. So I have my Tibetans in here. I have my male and female in there. And then I do have my little buttons running around for now. And I got little Gordy here. And so these guys are just enjoying themselves, running, exercising, and then I'll put them back in their cage. They've been mating so much that they look terrible. To me, these guys are like rats running around. When I go to grab them, it's just freaky. So, what was I going to say? I'm kind of out of it today because I'm just tired. So I decided to put the shavings down here, and I got 19 chicks actually now, Serama chicks, and so I gotta thin out the baby chicks and keep the ones I want to keep, which are the really small ones. There'll be a few of them, and I ended up getting, I believe, 3 little silked Serama, so that's kind of amazing. Somebody in this line down here has silk gene, so I think it's the hens. I don't think it's the roosters. And what else? I'm kind of out of breath because I've been cleaning and stuff. So I'm going to get some solar power. I still have not gotten the solar power yet. I may just go to Home Depot and see what they got there. Originally I was just going to order it off of eBay, but the people that have the solar lights are not selling them anymore, I guess. And they don't respond to me when I send them a message. So I want to put like a night light in there and a night light here, or possibly a heater with a shelf above the window, and just have a heat source turning on and off to keep the temperature in here a little bit warmer than outside, but not too warm. Just kind of cool. We still got to patch up some of these holes, which I'm going to go ahead and do right after the video. I started to do this one. Got to cut off this extra and patch up this hole. Those are going to be covered up because there's insulation, and I'm still thinking about the filter situation. So I think that is it about what I'm doing. I just wanted to show you guys. I just fed them some scraps, but I'll take the chickens out next and show you what they look like as they're running around. I just wanted to take the quails out so I can go ahead and clean their cages. Gordy! Hey, cutie. Your tail's looking pretty. 2 months old. I want to hear you crow again. Chasing. Oh, they're happy actually. You are fat. You can't even fly. She can't fly more than, what was that, 15 inches up high? That's so silly. And then here's my other pair. A little bit shy. They've been hiding back there. Oh, there's some seed on the ground. That's why. They're having fun. I thought they were being mean, but they're actually enjoying themselves. So is Gordy. Maybe what I'll do is take these guys out. You guys want to come out? Oops, excuse me. Come on, fly out. You too. You guys remember these? Hope Gordy's nice to them. What about you guys? Come here. Come on. There you go. Gosh, you guys are really skittish. That's what I get for raising you guys inside of a wooden or a box brooder. Alright. Hope I don't step on it. Hope I don't step on anybody. Hey, Gordy. Leave him alone. Gordy, stop. Go on, little girl. Go enjoy yourself. Where is she? There she is. Not sure if Gordy's playing or being mean. One just went back in there. Oh, actually he's kind of playing. Because he likes to play with the baby chicks. He's like, they're hyper. I want to be hyper too. My 2 Italian hens are in the house. I should have brought them out here too. Hey, okay, now I know the Tibetans are being mean. Now when I hatched the Tibetans out, they were raised with the buttons, but they haven't seen them in so long that they're being mean towards them. It's not because they're naturally mean to them, it's because they're scared. Oh, looks like my battery is running low, so I will see you guys on the next video. And don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Being mean. Here's one right there. That's my milk of turnips. Woo!